Hello, my wonderful, wonderful friends. Today, I have the Orange Book. So last time I had the Orange Book, I did some tapping on it, and I ran by the idea of doing some tracing with it, because as you can kind of sort of see, like right here, they have different patterns for you to carve your pumpkin with. So I was going to do some tracing of these pumpkin patterns, because I haven't done a tracing video in a while, so I think it's time. So, we're going to start off very easy. And I have a pen here to trace. So we're going to start with the mouth. And we're going to go to the nose. And the eyes. Which kind of look like Pac-Man, actually. Or a mountain. I can see a mountain there. Or if you tilt it, you can see the Pac-Man. And the eyebrows. And then if you look at the bottom, you can see what it looks like. That's actually kind of nice. They show you what it looks like in the finish. I'll show you up close. You can see the bottom. This one's a little more happy. It even has dimples. I don't know if you guys are really into movies or not, but my family, when it comes close to the holidays, we end up watching a lot of holiday movies and things. And one of the holiday movies that we watch it's The Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. We watch that one together. And there's this scene where Lucy is trying to explain to people how to carve their jack-o'-lantern. And she's like, can you do the mouth like this? And the eyes like this? And the nose like this? And that's what it reminded me of. Was that scene from that movie. Good holiday memories. So here we have a ghost popping out of a pumpkin. Cute. Speaking of movies, while we're on that topic, in that movie that I was talking about, The Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown, one of the iconic movie lines, so my family quotes movie lines from any movie. It doesn't have to be just specifically holiday movies. We quote, I gotta rock a lot. And it's a funny scene, so I won't spoil it for you if you haven't seen it, but it is hilarious. It is hilarious to see. So if you need a Halloween movie, go check that out. Another movie to check out for Halloween is The Haunted Mansion. And it's semi-spooky, but it's with Eddie Murphy in it. And it is so funny. Eddie Murphy, in my opinion, is such a good actor and good comedian. I never watched his early day stuff, which I heard had a lot of cussing in it, so if you're not ready for that, don't go looking at his stand-up. But he's a good his newer-ish stuff is pretty good, in my opinion. Here we have a vampire. And what I find interesting about vampires in particular, when they're portrayed in movies, there's so many different interpretations. I'll give you a few examples. So one is the Twilight vampire. So they have Edward Cullen and all, and he like glitters in the sunlight. Then you have a more classic, like Dracula, and they like melt in the sunlight. And then there was one movie, I can't remember what it was called, but it had a really famous actor in it. I know that narrows it down so much. But it was talking about how Dracula used to be in love. And he was under this curse of if he drank a single drop of blood, he would be cursed as a vampire forever. But if he didn't, if he resisted that entire time, then this older vampire who bit him would be set free, or would be he would be set free if Dracula drank a drop of blood, but he would be captured if he resisted. And he was almost about to do it. The Dracula guy was almost about to resist everything, but then his wife fell from a tower and would die unless he bit her. And so it's this really, it's much better than how I've described it, but it's a really interesting story. So I highly recommend looking into it. There's apparently a castle that is where Count Dracula actually lived, and they don't mean like this kind of Dracula vampire. They mean like an actual count, because count is like a position, a title. You were count of a land. So they have his actual castle, which I think is kind of cool. But it's in a different country. I can't remember which country it's in. Here we have a spider. I think in Megamind he's called it Arachnostethicus. Haunted tree. When I was in middle school, this picture for some reason reminded me that our mascot used to be the Headless Horseman, and that's a cool mascot. For a middle school, that was like great. But a parent complained before I got to the middle school that it was too violent. And in a way, I totally see her point. You know, a guy gets decapitated. But at the same time, you know, I feel like it's a story, you know. It's a story. And so they had to change our mascot because she had complained. And so we, instead of being the Headless Horseman, became the Rocks. My mascot was a rock. I was a rock. And I am happy to report that after I graduated, it had been enough of a time where they changed it back to the Headless Horseman. But while I was in middle school, we were the Rocks. And that is gonna be it for today. It ended up being a movie video. I ended up just talking about movies a lot of the time. But I hope you enjoyed. I hope you can get some relaxation from it. Look forward to the holidays a little bit. I'm certainly looking forward to them. I hope you guys all have a wonderful night, a wonderful day, and a wonderful morning.